Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. This is our Path of the Damned Herald run, episode 120. We are in the midst of the Forgotten Sanctum. Did quite a bit of scripting in between the last session and this session for Aloth and Facina, and I'm mostly happy with where they're at. We'll hopefully show off a little bit of what's going on with them this this video. I accidentally ended up saving after killing these guys, though, so... Alright, let's pop in here.
Of course.
The shadow comes to muddy the light.
Alright. See how our scripting goes. Immediately just bloof, bloof, going through the casts. Diverges a little bit here.
Complicated.
And now...
No one noticed that, right?
I shall.
I was gonna say, what the fuck is happening? Do they not count as, like, having someone in range?
Nuh-uh, didn't work.
Alright, what's going on there? We did this a whole bunch last time and it worked just fine. Always true. Yeah, we should be attacking right now, but we're not for some reason. Auto attack as default action. By list priority. Save.
Afraid not, Captain.
Be gone.
What's on your mind? How are you rolling this blood when it's gone?
Hobble. Get out of the poison. Might work.
There's a walloping.
Alright, these two are actually attacking now. Cool, great. Exactly how that's supposed to do. Sitzel's still up as... Okay. So that's working well. Basically, the only buff that we couldn't keep in the mix was our iron skin or whatever it is, right? And that's because
Captain,
that doesn't have, like... You know what? I could add it in.
Chewing through
I just don't know that it's
long before
worth it.
Eothas finished the job.
You know? We'll think about it. I mean, it is +5 armor rating. For up to 10 attacks. How goes? It goes well. Goes fairly well. I'm just hemming and hawing about what I should do for some of the
Watch me go.
for some of our spells, basically. So maybe we throw in something else. Oh right, we're gonna have to read through all these books, aren't we? Yeah, we are. I'll have to keep that in mind. How's it going with you tonight? Actually, let's go ahead and open up our scripts real quick and see if we can't add to a new one. Always true. We're gonna add in iron skin, and I'm just gonna say that this is put it on an 80. Self. Set up. Set up. Set up. Something like that. Good, getting some. Oh, some more. Wait. Oh, you said MK2, and I was like, Mortal Kombat. It's been a while since you played Mortal Kombat, man. And then I was like, wait a second, he hasn't been playing Mortal Kombat. And MK2, he doesn't mean Mortal Kombat. He means Manakamiya. My brain. Ooh, yeah, waiting for Critical Role. I'm actually an episode behind. I need to catch up. I've been enjoying the campaign, but I've been having I've been having a harder time keeping up with things here lately just because I've been doing so much other shit. You know? Add in basically the same situation, I think. Always true. Turn on above deleterious, above merciless, and go from there. See how it goes. There were only like 3 people running it, and it was years ago. Wanted to take... Ah, you could get first in K2 on the Game Boy. There were only like 3 people running it, and it was years ago. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Dude, do it! Get yourself a world record. Let's go.
Aye.
Alright. See if that
Indeed.
works out. I've considered, like, you know, there's a couple of obscure games that I play that I feel like I could maybe go get a world record in, and it wouldn't be too terribly difficult. It's just a matter of, like, putting in the hours. Like Wild Arms 2, for example, I'm pretty sure I could just, you know, take a couple of weekends and be like, okay, for these weekends, all I'm doing is just, like, doing Wild Arms 2 runs, and I'm pretty sure I could get it in, like, a couple runs. Maybe not first, but I could get, you know, second or third somewhere in there pretty easily. Fire Naga, Ancient Vampire Priest. Okay, well, we are all over the place with this.
Yeah. Nothing I can do.
Nice.
Corres, begone!
Nice.
That's embarrassing.
Oof. That did some work.
This did nothing.
Okay, well then don't target that guy.
Yes?
Still got it.
I don't think Iron Skin and Spirit Shield actually stack. Saying.
Stand together. How may I help? These ins are in for a
This did
walloping.
nothing.
Like, kill the shit out of that librarian, please. Now kill the shit out of that vampire. Abilities disabled. That is a bit of a pain.
Look out, Maya!
Oh, maybe kill this guy? Is he, like, impossible to kill right now?
Say your prayers. Another withers on the vine.
They'll naked us both!
Captain. Aye, aye. For the homeland.
There we go.
Anyhow, you only miss blood when it's gone.
Need to swap to... We don't have a non-piercing weapon with her, actually. Put on Console Hot's Parasitic Staff. Never mind, doesn't matter. Fight done.
Riverus, I've got nothing.
Talking about you got nothing. You're fine.
Indeed.
Hey! Shea's War Staff. That's cool. Combat casting. Concentration for 8 seconds on critical hit with melee attacks. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Actually. Though she vanished over a century ago, the arcane knight Shea remains a cautionary tale in her native Adir. Sworn to a powerful noble house of the Empire, Shea never abandoned a fascination in animancy harbored since her time at the Academy. She pursued her illicit interest patiently, slowly building a laboratory in her quarters in her earl's estate. When he uncovered her activities, he promised not to report her as recompense for years of service, so long as she disposed of the illegal instruments. She agreed, clearing her room of every beaker and book. Unfortunately, she moved them into the rented basement of a shop in the nearby village and was shortly exposed by a local priest of Wodica. When the Earl's leniency came to light, he suffered a profound forfeiture of wealth in levied fines and an even greater loss of face. Shea fled the Empire, crossing the sea into the Deadfire. After a brief hiatus in Nekataka, she chartered passage on a ship back west to the mainland nation of Abet. The sloop never arrived at its destination, provoking many apocryphal tales and two popular stage plays of the horrific results of Shea's experiments at sea. Same thing should happen to Blizzard, just saying. Oh, the profound forfeiture of wealth in levied fines and an even greater loss of face? Yeah, I could agree with that. I could absolutely agree with that. Alright, what do we have? For concentration, we got Arcane Infusement, plus 5% damage as raw, or Channeled Strike, a 15% chance to 15% hit to crit chance in melee for 10 seconds after casting a spell. It's actually pretty interesting. That in... Yeah. What is she wearing? Yeah, she already has Killer's Glove. Sure, if Killer's Gloves would be better for him. Not. I'll try. I'm not really worried about using a... I don't really care about using a weapon on her, period. Do I care about Ngati's Tusk? It's converted to crits, increased crit damage. Aura that lowers, like... I feel like this is probably better inherently. Let's go with that, that's fine.
Uh-huh.
What are you screaming about? Alright, we've got to figure out this thing in order to open the door.
I will secure a body that lasts.
I don't...
Let's be real, Console Hunt. No, you won't. incoming, if there ever is another Pillars of Eternity, like, final boss is absolutely Console Hunt, right? Like, Console Hunt finally gets tired of your shit, and he just, like, takes over a god's body or something like that. He's, like, back from beyond the grave. Alright, what do we got going on? We've got... Six.
Something. Don't push me, amigo.
Okay, let's go read some books, shall we? History of... Ingwith could not abide a competitor, and certainly not a rival. They found both in the Orlan Empire of the Northern Valleys. More insulting than the Empire's mere existence at the edge of Ingwith's territory was the Orlan schema of social organization, which tended towards the communal, non-hierarchical, and animist. This was at odds with the Ingwithans' veneration of the individual, the import they ascribed to social position, their unyielding devotion to codified religious dogma. Okay. Creatus quickly installed himself as Nua's most favored advisor and set about tearing the Ingwithan establishment apart from within. His lies turned the powerful against one another, and his forgeries undermined trade negotiations a decade in the making. There was money to be made in exploiting the discord, but he didn't line his own pockets with it. He surreptitiously handed it out among the populace. When his quiet rebellion was eventually uncovered, he was tortured near to death and presented with a choice: put his skills to work for the people he'd striven to destroy, or die at the hands of church inquisitors. And Creatus kept his life, at least for a time. The man who would be Skane. Interesting. The birth of Ingwith. Let's do History of the Wilders. Ingwith was not the only empire. It was not even the first. It was just the most ruthless in its domination of the world. Aora has known other histories since the first gods crafted it. Histories wrought not in Audra and copper wire, but in the epic poetry of scent and songs sung beyond kith hearing. Open your ears to the whisper of the free places, and you will know the tale of the ogre queen and the Vithrak assemblage. Still your tongue, and you will taste the cookfires of a Zarup city that hides from the eye but extends to the horizon. Look, and you will see. That's cool shit. The Three-Body Agreement. The representatives of two great empires met in the seat of the third, and Ingwith, Yazua, and Ukaizo agreed upon an exchange. For land and power, Ukaizo would give Ingwith a home for their research. For able soldiers, Yazua would allow Ingwith to spread their faith. So it was that Ukaizo conquered the Deadfire, and the Yazuhans conquered Yesh, and Ingwith made willing conspirators of them all. At the heart of all creatures lie two things, a soul and a seed. A soul needs a seed to grow the body to house it, and the stronger the soul, the more powerful the body. Even a god needs a physical form to act in the material world. We can't create souls, but we can control them. We can smash them together, tear them apart, and sew them all back together again. But we can't grow a body large enough to house the harvest of a god's soul, unless we can create the proper seed. But then, how do you teach an object its purpose? Yeah? You want treat? He says, it's treat time, Papa. Oh, yeah, boy! He did it himself, y'all. He jumped up all on his own. Good boy. Says, I know. Now, give me treat, Papa. Oh, yes, sir. Good boy. Good sir, boy. It's happening. It happened. The kitty boy gets the kitty treats. He's eyeing that bag. He's like, but Papa, there's more stuff in the bag, Papa. Why are you not giving me stuff that is in the bag, Papa? Alright, un momento. I need this hand, Odie boy. Birth of Ingwith. Alright, I think we've read them all, actually. Okay. The two took land and soldiers from the one, and they both gave everything in return. Okay, so this is the Three-Body Agreement. We have this. A hero of the people fell and rose, a servant of the crown. That would be the man who would be Skane. Let's save real quick. They looked upon the world as it was and were unsatisfied, so they remade it as they thought it should be. I'm not sure on that one. Let's see what this one is. They built an empire founded on compassion and were crushed for their audacity. That's going to be the Great Orlan Empire. Let's read these other two real quick again. The Birth of Ingwith. Oh, I didn't read this one. In the time before Kith invented time, or mathematics, or architecture, an insular tribe of goat herds dwelt at the bottom of a steep mountain valley. They made their homes in caves on sheer cliffsides, and when the sun set, they watched the stars wheel through the void of night. Their watching, they developed a theory of the nature of things. So began a quest to make it true. I think that's probably it. Okay, see if that works.
Yes? Happily.
Here to the device. The low buzz grows and deepens until the inside of your ears begin to itch. Then it abruptly ceases, and you hear a click. Hey, we got it right. First try. Alright. It only takes actually reading the things.
What can I do? At once.
Dim in the lantern.
Dim in the lantern. Down to the central stacks. Interesting. Well, let's pop on down. Down to Odie Town. Odie.
How does one possess the time to collect this many fish?
That just came right back to here? Interesting. So... what? That seems incredibly strange. I guess it is just a different way to get through to this location. Still, though, very odd. Alright, we're gonna save and see if we can... this thing. I don't know if they're gonna attack us if we touch shit.
I'm here.
Oh, look at that boy. An incredibly complex mechanism seals the door standing impenetrably before you. Its gears, rods, and tumblers rival the innards of a construct for intricacy. History? Aloth stretches to better see the engraving. Seems to be the emblem of the Hand Occult. Examine the mechanism. This device seems the work of a madman. Yeah, okay, we've seen this. Recite the incantation. The intricate mechanism seems almost to fade away, sinking into the door until it's entirely flat. Merely shallow etchings. Only a lever remains, and pulling it sets the door in motion. Nice. Now, does everyone in the room turn hostile?
And see nothing we trust.
Sheep tricks. Saw the same thing in a hall of mirrors in Takoa.
If I must.
I'll see what I can find.
Of course.
I'll meet you at the top. I've had it with stairs.
Oh, you're not gonna climb up there? Good to know. Okay, well, we're leaving Maya at the bottom. Look at that boy. Look at that pretty boy. Scriptorium. My goodness, this place just kind of like goes on forever.
This cannot last, you know.
We should never have accepted your backwards kind among the circle.
Yonlek? The masked man, Adiran by his accent, enshrouded in robe and cowl, stands with a hand outstretched towards the Huana woman.
You cannot kill me. There are rules.
Maura. Okay, well, we found Maura. Blood oozes from a gash across her forehead.
She needs our help. Apreta, our only hope for answers is about to bleed out.
I doubt the capacity of a wizard without a grimoire to enforce rules.
Yonlek. That's a member of the Circle, though, isn't it? Why are the members of the Circle trying to kill each other?
The Circle would crash upon you like the breaking wrath of Ungati herself.
I mean, we're diplomatic. We'll try to go for diplomacy. Whatever's going on here, we can resolve it peaceably. Robe Man barks out a harsh laugh at your interjection.
Ha! A tad late for that, I'm afraid.
He shifts his mask briefly towards you.
You cannot move against me. The Circle will not allow it.
The forces at work here are older than the Circle. Not to mention that the Circle seems to have forgotten me here. Forgotten even who I am.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck Fionn Lake is.
You think they won't find out? That they won't come for you? They're the most powerful individuals in Aora.
Look at OD boy. Look at the OD boy. The air shimmers with heat.
How do you think they'll fare against the Titan of WoW? Let them come.
Well, that's not good. Maura's charred corpse smokes silently on the tile floor. What's the meaning of this? Shoulders squared, head high, the robed figure turns on you. He looks almost regal.
The late arrivals, then. Allies of Maura, I presume. Tools of the Circle.
This one holds himself with a measure of authority. I don't like it.
Be on your guard. This man is a wizard.
Oh shit.
Name yourself, then. Out with it now.
I am Kajak, the Watcher of Cadnua.
Do you think me a fool? Mayorwald is the Watcher of Cadnua, for whatever good that ruined hovel has done him.
Mayorwald died years ago. I claimed his keep.
Years? Years, then?
Yeah, this guy's, been around for a while. He gingerly runs a gloved hand along his mask.
Maura spoke true after all.
Yeah, probably, you dipshit. That's why you don't go flambeing people for no fucking reason. Shaking his head, he shrugs.
It'll matter. Allow me an idle moment's curiosity. Have you heard of the Archmage Fionn Ledge?
Fionn Ledge. Aha. Not even a little. He exhales a prolonged sigh.
And the effect is not localized. Neither limited to mine own mind, nor to Maura's. Unless, perhaps, could the Hand Occult have developed some manner of contagion?
I knew someone once who'd been forgotten by the world. His attention snaps back to you, his expression concealed behind his mask.
My apologies. It's all rather disorienting. So let's not leave you to complicate matters further.
He withdraws a robe from his or a rod from his robes.
I knew it would come to this eventually.
Gritting her teeth, Facina draws her weapon. I misspelled
Farewell,
Facina, didn't I?
Watcher of
My bad.
Cadnua.
Whatever. Wait, I thought we were gonna duel. You're leaving. Oh. You're not gonna fight me directly. You're just gonna be a huge pain in my ass. Gotcha. Understood. Okay.
Quite. Not sure I can.
I'm no help.
Hogwash!
Okay, very clearly need to...
That's it!
Certainly.
Okay, I can't. All right. Load that. So like I can't move people around like that. I've got to do it individually. Moving people in this game in battle is kind of this weird. Moving them in groups is this kind of weird clumpy pathing nonsense. Okay, well that's gonna suck.
Between Moe. Oh no. Nuh-uh, didn't work. Moe. Exceed.
There's a walloping.
Pulls up.
Right between the eyes.
That's on me.
Alright, we work on killing all the people over here.
No one noticed that.
Can't get a clean hit.
Glory beta gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moe exceeds all now. Moe exceeds.
Like everyone needs to please move.
Watch me go.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah.
Moe exceeds all now.
Honestly, would rather you not do that.
Come at me, Postinago.
Might as well be hitting the water.
Oh, these peeps are immune. Good to know.
Yeah. Come on.
Fuck. Not paying attention.
Something that dog won't hunt. Moe exceeds all now. Moe exceeds all now.
It's no use.
Right between the eyes.
Exceeds all. mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
Oh no. Okay, well, that's bad. Definitely want this up immediately. Goodness gracious. Rolled over here.
Can't get a clean.
This did nothing.
That looks complicated.
Mosey. Focus.
Is she? Oh, she can't move. She's pinned. Oh, that's super annoying. All right. Well, if that's the case.
There's a walloping.
Mosey. Exceed.
Super duper annoying.
I can't do it.
Doing that.
Much blood.
Mosey. Can't get a clean hit. Never you mind that miss. I'll land the. Wait.
This is actually pretty bad.
Mosey. Exceed.
Enchanted.
Complicated.
Like we do.
Did you know? Reek of that hagfish.
Fuck.
Dispose
God
of it
damn
at
it.
once.
That fucking spell. Did you have to use it on Shodi right at that point? That's really unfortunate. Okay, so we know now, I know better than to pop that last one. We actually don't want to pop it. We want to kill everything else that we can first. That being said, I think we try to kill these soul mirrors. Pop that. Pop that. I don't really understand why. I'm like stuck in this weird animation loop that won't stop. We're gonna just try to kill Yon Ledge.
Someone's down.
Yon Ledge, or whatever his fucking name is. I'm pretty sure if he goes down, then...
Too fast for me.
Then we are good. That was stressful. That was fucking stressful.
Can't get a clean hit.
My goodness. Oofa doofa.
What can I do?
As you wish. Yes?
Damn the lad's aim!
You were saying?
Oh?
I'm no help here.
Pretty sure I can't. Yeah, they're immune. This tier is just kind of like crap for me. Like I've got nothing. I mean, form of the helpless beast is actually pretty strong, but I never end up using it because I'm always focused on dealing damage with Aloth. All right, well, so that was a little dicey. Uh-oh. Maura's body is gone. In your mind's eye, you make out the memory of the Archmage Maura at the bookshelves. The guttering vision pulls tomes down and scans them quickly before returning them to their place.
Kara, where is it?
Where is she?
I've searched every other chamber in this godforsaken isle. The sacrifice must be here.
Pulls down a scroll.
I will find it. I will satisfy their god's damn device. It will grant me access to the body. And then, it's merely a matter of adapting the summoning. The foreign god will fall, crushed by Wild's hand. By mine.
Okay, so her whole reason for even being here is she was trying to control and awaken the body of Wal to fight Aethys. So honestly, I don't really feel bad for her getting her ass kicked.
And the pieces plunged into the depths.
She stiffens, suddenly silent, looks over her shoulder, past you.
Who's there? Show yourself!
She stands and straightens as a familiar masked figure steps out of the shadows.
Hello again, Maura.
Yon Ledge's voice slithers from the darkness. The figures fade as the vision shimmers, breaks apart, and retreats from your sight. Okay. Man. Yeah, she's gone. I wonder if the game's gonna be like, oh, he incinerated her or something. But, like, there was a body there. Ooh, uh-oh. The masked wizard lies dead at your feet. The mingled scents of sweat, incense, old paper, and mildew hang in the air. I don't want to have to fight him. The robes shift gently as if something is moving beneath him. Faking dead? We have no high insight, people. Well, he's not moving. Remove his mask. You bend down and free the mask of the wizard's face. It's heavy, crafted from rune-etched gold. You gain the Mask of the Waic? +1 max in power points. Nice. Grants Veiling Hood. Once per encounter, when the wearer is first attacked, they gain the effects of the spell Arcane Veil. Wow. That's pretty powerful ability, actually. Like, quite strong. Wail is that which sees but is not seen. They are the obscured, the eyeless face. The mask is a favored magical tool of the agents of the Hand Occult, as it represents their patron on numerous metaphorical layers. Priests of Wail meditate while wearing masks, and those wizards who serve the obscured don masks during their secretive rituals. This particular mask, cast in gold and almost featureless, belonged to the Wake Helder, one of the founding members of the Hand Occult, by their own histories. Though the front of the mask is flat, the inside has been inscribed with within runes, lending it a powerful protective enchantment. Beneath the mask, a writhing... Oh no, he's a worm mage. A D&D thing. A star spawn. A writhing mass of worms fills the hood. They squirm against one another, half alive. You see no flesh, bone, or even soil. Only worms. The robed figure slowly deflates as worms wriggle from it within its sleeves and beneath its hems. Hey, how's it going, Jake? How are you?
A remote corporeal projection, which means the wizard is still out there.
Ishi, please stop eating the worms. Please.
Oh, that's grody.
Indeed. Indeed.
Oh, that's a grody. She has, I want to put that on her. Seems cool. Wait.
Agrasima, how you doing, me, Captain?
Absolutely.
Okie dokie.
Happily. What can I do?
Well, that was an exciting fight. Very kind of cool. Had objectives, right? It wasn't just, hey, here's the bad guy, smash the bad guy. We had to, like, dodge fucking laser beams and destroy power sources and shit. Cool. This tome appears to be a record of secrets that followers of Weil have whispered to their god in strictest confidence.
Of course.
A shaft of light breaks through the splintered roof of the oratory of Weil to illuminate an empty pedestal. Though it's sometimes hard to tell if in the Hall of the Unseen it's daytime. Motes of dust hover in the glow of the sun. Wave your hand in the light. The skin of your palm prickles with comforting warmth. Place Bikarna's grimoire in the light. Light shines down on the blank parchment in dim runes. Nothing else happens. Memoirs of Helder. What? The Wake's Wand. Bound to Aloth. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we have that soul-bound wand. Now we have to apply intellect afflictions. 25% chance on scoring a hit to apply Confuse on the target for 8 seconds. The pages of this tome overflow with Aeld Edirin inscribed in a spidery hand. These tell of Helder, a leader of the Hand Occult several centuries past. Though much of it is difficult to read, much less interpret, the end details a ritual aimed at achieving complete communion with the obscured. The memoir suggests that in order to become one with Weil, an individual must entirely erase themselves from history. To exist obscured is to never have existed at all, not even in writing.
I'm here. I'd be glad to.
What is he currently? 13 to 22? Frighten Kith on critical hits. Maybe we try to swap out the keybrace.
What can I... Absolutely.
The sacrifice the eyeless face demands. The yellowing pages of this thick locked tome are written in a dark green ink. Within you find mad poems, nonsensical formulae, and impossible sketches. On one page you find the following scribed in blood. The Titan opens only to those who have undergone the mystery of the Trephine. Use of the Trephine requires understanding how the Trephine is used. This mystery cannot be taught, only experienced. A memory of a thing is not the thing itself. A memory of a thing is a thing itself. The Trephine demands the understanding of its use in sacrifice. Sacrifice the understanding you seek. What? No card required. Hey!
Of course.
Let's see if putting that book on the tome does anything. It's even an option.
Yes, certainly.
Like, no. Alright. Well, let's rest. Actually, let's check. How much do we have? By value. 24 hot razor skewers, so not that many actual. We're just gonna risk it for the biscuit, basically. We're running out of supplies, and I don't want to have to leave and come back, so.
Look at this place.
Shit.
Archimir's library is a footnote to the glory of this collection.
One of Aora's greatest wonders, and it's infested with eyeballs. Lovely.
Oh no. Oh, they blink. Oh goodness. Oh. Oh, I hate everything about this. Oh, Odie boy. Odie bodie boy. Elder's inheritance to the Temple of Revelation. Trephine. Narrator. Lectern of Obfuscation. Note on a regretful sabotage. At your request, I paid a visit to our friend S and adjusted his charts. Your suspicions were correct. He was on the verge of a breakthrough discovery. I hate to spoil a man's career like that, but the greater good demands that certain islands remain uncharted. Smart fellow. If we felt so inclined, we could turn him to our side, though he might think twice if he knew about this little setback. His dog is friendly as ever. Oh, hold up. That's our map maker guy. Holy shit. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Happily.
Scribbled note marked redacted. Was the hand born here? Is this its truest form, or has the womb gone cancerous? That somehow is considered stealing, whereas none of the rest of the stuff is.
Greetings, visitor.
Oop, got too close.
This is the scriptorium.
A woman, her upper features nothing more than an ill-defined smear of skin, bows her head to you. Her angular jawline and the pointed ears within her cowl resemble those of an elf.
If you seek the Temple of Revelation, you will find it to the north.
Quill in hand, the Selter folk? Seltre folk? Sheltered people? If that's what she is, makes a quick note in a small leather-bound tome.
We came for answers, not directions. Are you the abomination in charge here?
Hold up, Facina. Calm the fuck down. The librarian does nothing beyond adding a quick line item to her ledger. Why do you think I'm going to the Temple of Revelation?
Because you must. It is entry and exit.
You mind answering a few questions?
Ask what you seek.
People here, you all seem a bit preoccupied.
The scriptorium was recently breached by one of the subjects from the collections. There is nothing to be concerned about, but it might impact the demeanors of those present here. How else might I help you?
The escapee you mentioned from the collections, I don't suppose it was a masked wizard.
Perhaps. If the wizard has procured a mask for himself, did you encounter him?
He pauses, quill perched above her pages. Briefly, can you tell me anything more about him?
I'm afraid not.
The woman jots a few more notes in her journal.
The individual in question's record has been expunged. He no longer exists.
Ah.
A wizard of his standing is not so easily removed from history. Much like a tumor, bits of him are no doubt everywhere.
Bostinago, it doesn't work that way. Records, ledgers, all of this is just scribbles, an expression, not the thing itself.
You know what Maura was trying to accomplish? Oh no! Western RPGs are your only weakness, really? That's good to know. I'll keep that in mind. They are a weakness of mine as well.
I'm afraid that I did not ask her. She was working at the Trephine.
He gestures towards a strange device to the south.
She respects
I mean, you're standing
our
right
work.
next to it.
So the Oracle allows her limited access to the archives and scriptorium. They have established an accord.
You know, being the JRPG party, it's you know, it's in the name. So yeah, I guess Western RPGs are kind of like your kryptonite.
You hear this?
Either
Never
that or
trust
like
an Archmage. They will conspire
sports
with anyone
games. I don't
or
know.
anything
Like
if
what's
it
the
serves their
true
interests.
opposite of a JRPG? Oh, nice. It's your Kaizo. Understood. Okay. Who is the Oracle?
The Oracle of Wal. They manage the halls in the name of he who sees and is not seen.
Can I speak to this Oracle?
If the Oracle wishes to commune with you, they will do so.
Are you in charge of this place?
Of the scriptorium, in a manner of speaking. Of the halls obscured? No. That would be the Oracle.
Too much freedom and no one tells you where to go? Not one person has a giant sword? What is this? I mean, actually, I do have some people with giant swords. I just don't have them currently. You know? You seem like the person to ask about the halls obscured.
I will provide what answers I can.
What do you do here in the scriptorium?
We record what occurs within the halls.
All these books are what occurs within the halls? Jesus.
Whereas the wings contain those things redacted from the world above, the scriptorium keeps the history of the halls themselves.
Ah, interesting. Deadfire is fine. You just aimlessly wander around Nekataka for like 70 hours? 70 hours? I'm 120 hours into this game, I hope you know. It's a bit much.
So much has happened down here that ought to be forgotten. So much has happened up there that's worth remembering.
Sighing, Maya bends down to stroke Ashiza's crest. What can you tell me about the archives?
The archives contain the sum whole of the historical record of Aora.
Jeez.
Both the original drafts and the edits.
Holy shit.
Take care that you do not confuse the two. I have my doubts about the quality of a blind librarian's record keeping.
Asina's kind of rude.
Further, they contain a number of unusual and interesting artifacts. I believe that we are in possession of one of the warrior Riona's boots.
Like, what? Okay. What's the purpose of the collections?
The collections store those individuals and creatures determined to be detrimental to Aora and the work
Which
of the
one is
gods.
my childhood friend? None of them are my childhood friends, but Aloth is my friend from the first game. I have a couple friends from the first game, but Aloth's the only one that's my friend from the first game that's in the party currently.
Rather than allow the redacted materials to go to waste,
See, there are some
revise
parallels.
and
you know?
anthologize, occasionally releasing amended texts.
Is this the center of the Hand Occult?
A womb, perhaps, but not the fetus. The Hand Occult no more possesses a center than Well does.
Oof.
Even their organization has tentacles. No matter how many limbs we cut, there is always something unspeakable to grow in its place.
Oh, calm down, Facina. We're not... I don't think we're here to just, like, destroy the place. How long has Maura been coming here?
Decades. I would have to consult the records to provide a more precise answer.
Who's the tsundere of the party? Of this particular party? I don't know that there is one. If there was one, maybe Facina. Of all the characters, I don't really feel like there's a like archetypical tsundere. Maybe Pelagina, but not really. Like
Her interest lay in the arcane applications
all
of the
the
Titan. The Oracle has determined
has a
that her
lolly.
studies benefit well.
Nope. We got dragons, but no lollies and no lolly dragons.
This oracle would not have approved of Maura unless she had something to exploit.
Yeah, we said dragons.
That is hardly comforting.
Back to my previous questions.
How else might I help you?
This stuff on the walls, I assume that's connected to the body of Wild?
The Titan rests beneath the facility. Its ties to the halls obscured have grown extensive.
I'm playing Manica Me and
over
it's got
time.
all those things. Absolutely. Is it dangerous?
Of course. As are you. As am I.
Those of us who can see where we're going have a slight advantage over you, Sere.
Hasina's snippy. Alright, we are done with that, and we are done with this video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around, we're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Aww. Just betrayal, JRPG party. You're